Today we're going to be looking at how to set up and operate the 8070 Mytee Lite detail extractor. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. The first step, as always, is to connect the machine to power. The Mytee Lite has a built-in 25-foot cord. You can connect it to any standard grounded outlet. When I connect to a circuit with enough power, I'll see the cord end light up, letting me know that we're good to go. Next, we're going to want to go ahead and fill up our solution tank. For that, we got two options with the Mytee Lite. I can either use the handy faucet fill adapter right here, connect it to a sink, fill my machine that way, or I can just simply take a bucket full of water and pour it right here in the front opening of the machine directly into my solution tank. Now, if you're using any type of chemical or defoamer, we recommend using a liquid concentrate instead of any type of powdered chemical. The crystals in powdered chemical might not dissolve all the way, and that can slowly over time build up inside your machine. For that same reason, we recommend having separate buckets to empty and fill the machine, because fine silt from the recovery might eventually build up inside your heater and in your pump as well. Next thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and connect our cleaning tool here. The Mytee Lite comes packaged with a 15-foot hose combo and the Air Lite upholstery tool. To connect them, I'm going to go ahead and take my vacuum hose and connect it to this front port on the top of the machine. It twists right on with cufflinks. The solution line is going to go to the bottom brass quick disconnect there on the front of the machine. Go ahead and push it in. There we go. And if it gives you any trouble, if it's stubborn on its way in, there might be pressure built up on the other end inside the machine. It's not really a big deal. You can go ahead and just take a pencil, something similar, to reach inside the female quick connect and release the pressure by pressing the button in that's inside there, and then it should be smooth sailing from there. Alright, so now with our machine plugged in, our solution tank's full, and the tool connected, we're going to go ahead and turn the machine on. The Mytee Lite is a heated extractor, which means we have to engage the switches in a certain order to make sure that we don't vapor lock the machine. To do that, we're going to go ahead and start by turning on the pump first. We're going to go ahead and hit that switch, and we're going to want to prime the pump by pulling the trigger on our upholstery tool until we get a steady flow of water coming out of it. I can just point the jet right back into my solution tank. And so you see I start to get a steady stream. Great. Now that lets me know that our pump is primed. I can go ahead and turn on the heater next. We're going to hit that. And we're going to wait about 10 minutes for the heater to heat the solution up to the maximum 210 degrees. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes. Our solution is nice and hot. We're ready to go here. We can go ahead and hit the vacuum switch, and we're ready to get clean. While cleaning, we recommend doing 2 dry passes for every wet pass. This is for a couple reasons. One, it allows your heater to keep up with you and keep the solution at its max temperature as you go. This technique also prevents you from over-wetting the upholstery. That will drag out your dry times. It can cause things like wick back staining, and it might even brown out certain materials. All things to avoid. Another important thing to note here is that if your solution tank runs out mid-job and you need to refill it, you must also take the opportunity to empty out your recovery tank. Otherwise, it'll overflow and dirty water will get into your vacuum motor. You do not want this. At the end of every job, you also want to empty out your machine just so that there's no dirty solution water hanging out in your tank. To do that, we have a cap here on the back of the machine. Simply unscrew it and tip the machine back to empty it. We also include this handy hose here for draining, so you can more easily direct the dirty recovered water into a bucket or a drain, and it also prevents any water from dripping down the back and getting the buttons on the back of the machine dirty. So now you guys are all familiar with how to set up and operate this mighty fine machine, and you're ready to get out there and get detailing.